let's get into it, because the level of desperation coming from certain commentators this week deserves its own award, and not a good one. I'm talking the Most Unhinged Royal Hot Take 2025 award, presented live from the Palace Press Panic Room. So apparently, according to a very loud royal biographer, Prince William is now blaming Prince Harry for, wait for it, illnesses. Yes, illnesses. Because when you've run out of excuses, accountability, or basic logic, what do? That's right. You open the dusty royal playbook and pick the chapter titled, Blame Harry for Everything. This man, Andrew Lownie, sat down in an interview and confidently dropped the wild claim that health crises within the monarchy are being brought on by the problems of the so-called spares. Sir, please, let's take a breath. Because if this is the new level of reporting, then tomorrow we should expect headlines like, Breaking, Harry causes global warming after smiling too warmly in California. Or exclusive, Meghan Sussex responsible for UK traffic because she looked stunning again. It's getting ridiculous. Lownie then goes on to say there would be a crisis if Kate were incapacitated, because apparently the entire monarchy is being held together like a bargain bin folding chair. A whole institution, centuries old, and its stability allegedly hinges on one person. Brother, if your system collapses because one person is unwell, your problem is not Harry. Your problem is the institution itself. But of course, he couldn't stop there. These commentators never do. He added that the monarchy's reputation has been sullied by Harry. Really? Because last time I checked, Harry's out here doing Invictus, charity work, veteran support, mental health initiatives, actively helping people, actually doing things that matter. Meanwhile, the press is still obsessed with staging scandals, playing blame games and pretending they're shocked when the public sees right through it. But according to this royal commentator, the real problem isn't the years of palace scandals, shady cover-ups, silence at all the wrong times, or Prince Andrew. No, it's Harry, of course, always Harry, because nothing screams accountability like blaming the person who the chaos. Now here's where it gets even funnier. The same expert claims Charles wants reconciliation before he dies. These people speak about Charles like he's 500 years old, sitting on a throne made of dust. He's right there. He's literally right there. If anyone wants reconciliation, they can pick up a phone. We live in an age where you can FaceTime someone from a grocery store. But no. Instead, they'd rather send messages through press interviews and commentators like it's the medieval postal system. And then he drops this gem. Titles can be struck out in an afternoon. Please, if titles could be removed that easily, the palace would have made it a national holiday by now. Every time Harry wakes up and breathes in California sunshine, half of the British press starts typing like their paycheck depends on removing his titles, because honestly, it probably does. But let's be honest, titles or not, Harry and Meghan Sussex have already built something the palace cannot take away. Global influence, public respect, and freedom. You can't strike that out in an afternoon. You can't even strike it out in a decade. And while all this noise is happening, Harry is out here thriving. Meghan Sussex is flourishing, booking wins, shutting down negativity just by existing, and giving the press fresh stress wrinkles.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are cooking up something for a good cause. The couple and their kids, 6-year-old Prince Archie and 4-year-old Princess Lilibet, spent November 26th preparing meals for the Los Angeles community. Their nonprofit Archwell Foundation partnered with Our Big Kitchen Los Angeles, or OBKLA for short, to make and package meals that, according to a press release, will reach local schools, shelters, senior centers, and other community organizations serving our neighbors in need. The Duchess of Sussex shared snaps of the experience on her Instagram stories, including one of her smiling and holding Lilibet's hand as Harry, donning an OBKLA apron and Archwell embroidered hat, poured ground beef over rice into containers. In another, Meghan, who opted for a black apron with Archwell Foundation stitched above the pocket, beamed while she and her husband rolled out cookie dough on baking sheets with the help of their kids. Alongside the royally sweet montage of photos and link to their foundation, the 44-year-old simply wrote, "Show up,
they'll make
do
up
good."
the content themselves. So what exactly is William afraid of? That Harry will tell the truth? Because that's usually what terrifies people who rely on silence to maintain an illusion. And once again, these commentators pretend Harry is sitting in California plotting documentaries when in reality he's busy raising his kids, building projects, supporting veterans and being a whole-grown man living his life. He isn't thinking about them, but they stay thinking about him. It's giving obsession. It's giving main character syndrome. It's giving please check your priorities. Meanwhile, Lownie wraps up by saying the relationship between the two brothers has gone too far. Gone too far, because Harry told the truth in his book? Grown men uncomfortable with accountability is not Harry's problem. It's an emotional management issue, and therapy exists. At the end of the day, this entire interview was just another episode of How to Drag Harry for Ratings, Royal Edition. But here's the truth. Harry and Meghan Sussex continue to shine without the palace press machine. They've built a platform based on compassion, advocacy, real work and global impact. Something louder than any commentary built on bitterness. And every time the press tries to blame them for the monarchy's issues, the world sees it for what it is: deflection. Because the real problems started long before Harry ever boarded a plane to California. He just refused to be the scapegoat anymore. That's why the world respects him. That's why people support him. And that's why the Sussex squad keeps growing. And that wraps today's deep dive, Sussex Squad. If you enjoyed this breakdown, the truth, the humour, and the unapologetic defence of Harry and Meghan Sussex, make sure you tap that super thanks to support the channel. It helps keep this space strong, independent, and loud enough to drown out the nonsense. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the squad. Because we are not slowing down, and the truth isn't either. See you in the next one.